Hello, friends and enemies, heroes and villains. Welcome to Epic Realms Presents Off the Pod. It's not a podcast. It's sort of a podcast. Podcast, not really a podcast. But we are here joined by the community content creator. If you are a streamer in this community and you don't have an MuckyMcfly alert, then you haven't made it yet. You haven't made it in this community until you have a MuckyMcfly alert. Please welcome MuckyMcfly
Hi
to Off the Pod.
guys.
How's you doing, Mucky?
All right. Yeah. It's quite funny you're saying that because I remember how much grief I got off you for not having a
I did. I was like, who am I? Am I just nobody? I'm a nobody. And I'm like, somebody else comes along after me. Somebody comes into the community and they've been there for like 3 days. They started streaming for like a day or two, and all of a sudden they've got a Mucky alert. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah. Well, I think Emmy within a matter of the 2 or 3 streams.
Mucky.
You had to wait ages.
Right? Yeah.
It's because
And
you're
now
too
it's
cool
like-
for me, mate. That's what it is. Way too cool for me.
Where did you choose the because there's one very particular picture you use for yourself all the time, and every time I see it I'm like, it's a bearded Popeye.
Oh, that's weird. That's
Lyric with a
Oh,
sub.
that's
Thank you,
not-
Lyric. Thank you, Bentley, for the 100 bits.
there we go. Let's start that off.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Turn it up, yeah.
No, I don't want to eat spicy Mucky.
Turn it up.
You just want to see a
WHO.
first hand be eating spicy chips is what you want. Again, for those that don't know, each level of Hype Train that we complete everybody, I have to eat a
Get
spicy
spending bits.
ghost pepper.
Oh.
Thank you, Brockheim, for giving 5 subs. Mikey, tell me you're at least gonna like drink for every level we hype or something.
Well, I've got tea, so that's the best it's going to happen.
Level 1 completed. Maybe level 2, I don't know.
Holy
We're
crap.
on.
Oh,
I don't even know
Oh.
what balls I have.
I
That
don't
Oh.
know
didn't
balls I
come
have
out
either.
right. Never mind.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Right, Mr. Fancy Pants. Spicy chip. This one's for you, Mucky. Do you guys have any down there, up there, over there? Oh my god.
I've got to come in. I've got to come in with the language abuse.
Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah. Turn.
Where's Lucky's spicy chips? Yeah, where are your English spicy
people?
He didn't think about it ahead of time. While I eat the second spicy chip, do you remember all of the alerts that you've done for us? Here
Well,
on
for
Epic
everybody in the
Lucky.
community.
You are finally gracing
Oh,
the
well,
world with
happened,
your
yeah.
beautiful face again.
Muck, yes. See, Pixel loves your beautiful face. There we go. There's an elbow drop made by MuckyMcfly.
Turn it up. Yeah.
No, that's not made by Mucky.
Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah. Turn,
I quite like the way they got the echo on
it
that
up,
one as
yeah.
well. It worked out.
Exclamation mark cheer.
Did I just eat a third chip? I didn't mean to eat
I
a third chip. Shit.
You know when I was saying I was going to spend a load of bits on your stream just so I didn't have to participate.
Yeah.
I was taking the piss, and now it's not. It is. I am so.
Which one was? Son of a gun. Where's the other one? That's one.
So, is this one?
It is. It is one. Brian doesn't sound like you, really. I'm sweating. I finally cooled down from being outside. And now I'm sweating again. So, what Which one of those was the first one you sent me? Was it the pirate one? The Epic is a
I
pirate?
think it was the pirate. I think it was the pirate one, and then I think you wanted one that was a bit more brief. Because I think it's probably is a bit. It's probably a bit of an ego thing because a lot of them. I'll set the value. I'll say, oh, set the value at like 5 or 10 bits or something. I can just alert that all the time. And
Yeah. And I like the elbow drop one. I think came out of nowhere. I didn't expect that one.
yeah, I think I'd just seen the clip and I'd got Octavius's face up for something else. Just thought this would be quite funny.
Yeah. Where did you
But
get
there's
the Hello, Ash Husky. Thank you for the follow. Where did you get the There's a picture that you have of me in a bandana, blue bandana and sunglasses. Where the hell did you find that one?
Oh God, I think that was off Twitter, maybe. I can't remember.
Oh
I
my
found
God.
you somewhere.
I rubbed my eyes. I usually don't.
You idiot.
And I usually do my wrist, but I think I like did something like this, or I like touched my wrist or something. All the time. Oh. So for those that are just coming in, for those that are just joining, every Monday we do a talk show of some sort. It's either off the pod with whoever the guests that I want to talk to, because it's all on whoever I want to talk to. It's not specific, or we do the podcast where we interview famous people, authors, game designers, and the like. So no, this is off the pod. This is you're more special. You get more time. There's the other one. There's the newest one.
Wow, how long did we spend on that?
Right? Was it? I think so. I say community. You know, I'm gonna start the. Well, I won't start the timer. Yeah. Because we're still on the hype train for crying out loud, and I'm just worried that they're gonna hit level 3.
Yeah, we got...
Thank you, Octavius, for the tier 1 sub to Ash Husky. So you've done all kinds of emotes. You've done all kinds of animation. I think we completed level 3. I'm pretty sure a 5 will complete a level 3.
Yeah, for the next one, you've got to touch your peen.
No! No, I already did that today. It was during Octavius' stream, nonetheless.
Yeah, weirdly, I did that as well.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Here's the level 3 hype train chip. Even though I think I already took my level 3, but because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I already took 3. But no. Don't inhale. Don't inhale. You got to swallow. You don't inhale. Do you like spicy things, Mucky?
I don't mind stuff that've got flavour. It's when it's more of a burning sensation than it is anything else that I draw the line.
I mean, these have flavor. They're just also really hot.
Yeah, I work with a lot of Indian and Pakistani community, and they go hot. I had some samosas the other day, and by God, it was ring of fire all day next day.
That's horrible. I hate the Ring of Fire. One chip challenge will prove. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't video the after effects of the one chip challenge, but I think the regular one was bad enough. Pixel Nick says that spitters are quitters, and somebody want to take like a snip of that, take like a screenshot of that for Pixel, and we can just make that a permanent part of everyone's stream, where Pixel just says that, so we all remember. That way she never argues in the future.
She's actually got it tattooed on her tongue.
I thought it was under her lip.
It could well be.
You have to really get it in there. Oh my gosh!
Bringing the tone up.
Yes. This is. I should have. It says 18 plus, but it really should say in big capital letters, "Adult stream. Don't be here if you're under the age of 24."
Yeah.
Uh,
This is one of the reasons why I don't stream.
you're afraid of TOS? Is that what it is?
It just gets too far.
Right. They've got 2
Well,
minutes to
I say
complete a
too
level
far.
4, so hopefully they don't, and I don't have to eat a 4th chip. So I'm gonna have some
Well,
alcohol though to cool
What do we
my
have
mouth
to
down.
What do we have to do to get to a level 5?
I'm not gonna answer that. I'm really just not gonna answer that because A, I
Got
don't
a
know
bit-
math, and B, even if I say something snarky, I'm gonna. Mucky. So you see that guy shows up and swings at you. And it scrapes across your armor as you cast your spell.
Go. Mithril breastplate, bitch.
Are we really doing this? No, we're not. Almost at a level 6. About to beat your. No, let's not beat the last record. Okay.
You're welcome, crackers.
Okay. This one's folded. This is 2 chips and they're folded together. I don't know if you can see that. Which means it's all like the inside is like this thick matted powder. This should count as 2.
No, it doesn't.
Oh my god. Mucky, what's your favorite alert you've done for someone? Not including me.
Well, it's obviously all the ones I did for myself.
You get to pick one. So
God,
you see that
I
guy
don't
shows
know.
up,
I think
swings at you, and it scrapes across your armor as you cast your spell.
oh, it's so
Mithril
close to that
breastplate,
next chip.
bitch.
Crisp,
Suck it up,
crisp.
Buttercup.
Or maybe
Come on.
just list a couple that stand out to you.
Pixel's got some bits.
Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, tomorrow, Ring of Fire. I'm just gonna be thinking of you, Mucky, as I'm wiping my backside.
It won't be the first time.
At least the powder's not gonna be on the toilet paper. I saw a video where they were getting revenge and they made like a jalapeno spray. And so they put a bunch of laxatives in the person's favorite food and then went in the bathroom and jalapeno sprayed the thing. But they put laxatives and like habanero peppers in their food. So like what they were eating was super spicy.
Wow.
And would give, and then they,
Get like cocaine and waffles.
No, like for instance, if I say peanut butter and
ladies, why did you
Regretting
cut
this
off?
stream yet?
Well, thank you.
Oh my god. It just says last record. It's not saying if what we're on for.
Mm.
Oh no, it does say. It says we've hit level 5, which means we completed level 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you guys are doing this to me. Lucky, I blame you. We're gonna hit a record, and it's gonna be your fault.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, I'm welcome. Is this what you expected? How you expected this to start off?
I was kind of open. Oh.
Oh.
Just look. I love your agony face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is 29 of level. Oh. Is my face
Ring
turning
of
red?
Fire,
My
baby.
lip's red. See that right there? My lip is like red where it touched.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Universal Death Squad gifted a sub to Pokemon community game. Pokemon community game subs to me? Oh, there's a troll in the dungeon. I'm trying to find chips that are like full-size chips and not these broken.
Turn it up. Yeah. Turn it up.
Turn it up, yeah.
Troll in the dungeon.
Yeah. I didn't. Don't, you're contributing to me eating these spicy chips. All right, here goes 5.
You've got 1 minute, chat.
Oh. All right, that's the 5th spicy chip.
Turn.
It really has got your
yeah,
lip, hasn't it?
turn
Good
up,
lord.
Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah.
Hello, Universal Death Squad. Hello, Hairline Fracture. By the way, hello, everybody that's come in while I'm torching myself. Oh, we are joined by the one and only MuckyMcfly. And the snot running down my nose. And the heat. And the face meltage. And the crying. And it's all over but the crying. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Rock time!
I'm on Jack Jungle Mountain.
Bravo, community, bravo.
Completed level 6. Oh, dear God. I think this is all-time record is level 8. We're going to hit that, probably. Hopefully not. Died it. Yes, I've died 3 times so far. Add about 3 more to those. Oh.
I did.
They get worse. The more you have back-to-back, the worse it is.
Did you not bring yogurt?
I didn't expect this. You know, Mucky, you're really just torturing yourself. Because we haven't even started the first topic yet. So you might be on a little later than expected. I can feel it in the back of my throat, too, like on the sides.
It is worth it. Cody, you're right.
Oh my god.
Don't heat up your face.
You guys hear the song, use those emotes that Mucky made. Use the emotes, the head bobby, turn it up emotes that Mucky helped me with. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Always works better in blocks of 4, that one does as well. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like that one. That has become one of my favorite emotes.
I went on a stream, one stream, and if you put more than 2 emotes on, you got blocked for 2 minutes from chat.
That's the day. That's
Put the 4 up.
That's the basic settings for Nightbot is 2.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I put 4 on and got banned.
Universal Death God says, "Ucky, epic with Mucky, feeling things in the back of the throat." That sounds about right.
Yep. Anyone would think
I feel like I've got lipstick on. I look in the picture; it looks like I have lipstick on. Really.
Yeah, it really has. It's really got you there, good and proper.
Oh, the alcohol helps. The alcohol helps. The tea, the hot tea, makes it worse. So epic makeup tutorial stream when? Yar.
Yeah, don't touch your peeing. Octavius is a very naughty boy.
You got somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. I mean, sorry. Somebody don't clip that. Don't. You gotta say don't clip that in order for them to not clip it.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a minute 48, and then we can stop worrying about these goddamn chips. Welcome in, everybody. As my face is like
Not worrying me, mate.
trying to heal. Welcome in, Krakus, Lyric Lost, Hairline Fracture, Pixel Nix, Ash Husky. Welcome in, Death Wish Tea, Krakus Cool, Bentley. Welcome in, everybody. Oh. No, who did it? Who did it? Octavius! Octavius! I thought you were my friend!
It's worth every penny.
All right, here we go. I'm crying.
Mm.
Oh, oh.
First half an hour of off the pod, just me pissing myself laughing at your pain.
I just want to see your reaction to me taking torture. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Epic,
I mean-
epic names with Mucky.
Alexa, order aloe layered toilet paper for Nick. I'm gonna have so many chips that Mucky's gonna feel it in the morning. Oh, oh. So we're gonna have a handful of subjects today. We're gonna talk all things Twitch, how Mucky got into Twitch, how I got into Twitch, why we got into Twitch. We already talked a little bit about emotes and alerts and stuff like that.
Did we?
A little bit, I think. We tried. I'm twitching right now. I'm twitching right now too, yes. Now time for Epic to sing Colors of the Wind. No, it's going to be Colors of the Toilet Paper.
We definitely need to do an alert for the and it burns, 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 Nick's ring of fire.
Take that clip from the One Chip Challenge and use that. Oh, where I like put it in my mouth and my eyes go like this. Oh,
I was thinking something much worse, but yeah, we can go with that.
oh well, anything worse, I don't know if we'd be able to put it on stream here. I'm also going to be drunk by the time this hype train is over because I keep drinking the alcohol to cool down my mouth. And this is straight liquor, so it was full. By the way, those of you who have been in the community for quite a while, you'll realize Mucky is in his natural home. His natural homestead. Those who know, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know. No. I wonder how many people have noticed where I am.
Like I said, if you know, you know. I noticed it.
You do.
I did notice
you
it.
did.
I get credit. I was pretty sure, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why? I'm like, no, it does make sense. It totally makes sense.
It does. Yeah, I agree.
Oh. All right.
As...
I thought I already said that there was already only a minute left. How are we still at only a minute left? It's like a minute and 40. We already did that. Does it extend the time every time you hit a thing? Does it reset the time? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And now you get another 3 minutes. So if you hit the next one,
it's been like a 30-minute hype train for crying out loud. 30 minutes of me eating chips and crying, like I'm like wiping tears from my face.
I've only said about 3 words and all. It's supposed to be an interview. It's like waiting for Octavius to play a game on his stream.
Really, the only reason that Octavius did that last one is because he wanted to get the hype train conductor at 14 because Rockheim had just been there. Rockheim was going to try and claim the hype train conductor for both of them, and Octavius just couldn't handle it. I don't know if that's true or not, but
yeah, no, it is one of them things. It's a nice little badge of honor. That is.
It's kind of neat to have that.
It is,
I like that they added that.
Although I must admit, I'm quite proud of the artist badges that have been given out, which is. Although I think we was trying to figure it out the other day if I'm the most VIP'd member of the community or not.
It's very possible.
Collected all these diamonds because I'm literally going on people's streams and it's like I've got a diamond there. Shit out.
Oh,
that train's success.
Level 7 collected all the level 7 emotes. You guys completed level 7. Congratulations. Octavia says, challenge accepted, Mucky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how many I have. All right.
So you was asking me about what my favorite alert was.
Yes. What's your favorite alert? Or some of your favorite alerts. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to pick a favorite.
I think the Octavius's last one that I did, which was the "Hello Boys."
Mm-hmm.
Love that one. I just love his, but I love the way he does that. That cheers me up no end every time I do that. It's just like brings a smile to my stupid face. And I quite like Bentley's 8-bit alert.
I think that's. I didn't know you did that one. I didn't know you did that one.
No, that's me singing on that.
That is also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Of course, the other one, like you referenced in
Vegas.
another one too. the other,
Yeah.
the dignified death where you're being told to F off.
Weirdly, I got I got recommended that to watch on YouTube the other day. I was like, hey, and it's the full clip of that, which was hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, it just like obviously it must pick up on my name in there and just watch this.
Cody says, I wish I had a recording of you saying, look at this innocent face. Me snort laughing and you going piss off. I don't know which quote or what that's from, if it's from something.
Yeah, that's I think that was from one of the games of Among Us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to get ripped on that. Something chronic, that game.
I used to have it, but eventually it got boring for me personally. I was just like, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, it did. It does get a bit samey, but I think one of my favorite things on that is trolling Robert Hartley. Absolutely ripping me a new one on Penny's stream.
I've seen
My
that.
God. To the point where he was like, I went on his thing, and he's like one of them that you can't really sort of do the trolley thing on.
Yeah.
It's quite serious. And he's like, you out. Good times.
Nice. All right, well let's start the timer here.
Are we?
We'll start up. We'll start it off. So how? And I know this is something that's kind of that you wanted to talk about a little bit. How you got into Twitch, watching Twitch, streaming on Twitch, all of the things Twitch related. How did you get into that?
Yeah, because it was sort of pandemic times, boredom, and the old I don't know if this shows on there, Viva La Dirt League. Watched a lot of their videos on YouTube. And I found out that they did the Patreon games thing, because I think at the time I'd thrown some money at them for the film that they did.
Yeah.
And I got invited onto the Patreon games. Did that, and I ended up shooting Penny on it. And I was like, oh, just check out this streamer, and checked her out, and yeah, and she was just a little baby streamer, and I think they all raided into her, and I just that sort of ball of emotion that happened to her, that and it just kind of, got me into sort of hanging out a bit more on Twitch, and
yeah.
There is a video.
So is Penny like one of the first like streamers you found on Twitch besides
VLDL, and then Penny, literally the first two that I ever followed, which is weird.
Wow.
So, and then sort of, yeah, that's the sort of start of the whole sort of watching Twitch, getting into it, and doing alerts and stuff. So it's all down to her, which is weird.
Yeah. Lyric says that raid was how she found Penny as well. She said she broke so hard.
She did. I think there's a video clip of like a load of us all in a row, all following on that stream.
Yeah, there is. I know I came in, there was one later down the road. So I followed her. I've seen VLDL and I knew of them, but I didn't like follow them or anything. I saw a couple clips and I was like, these are funny. This is funny.
Mm.
But I found Penny, and we'll talk about it later a little bit about role playing. But I found Penny because I was looking for streamers who role play, just so I could kind of get a feel for people. And she was the only one in that category that wasn't actually role playing. She was just building a character and said that she was new.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, here I am, a super experienced person. So I came in there and just chatted and hung out and was doing stuff. And then I just followed because it was a lot of fun. And I came back, I think my second or third time in watching hers. A big group of them had raided her. It wasn't that same one. But it was just another time they had raided her and she broke, she pretty much breaks every time they do that to her because they've done it, I think, like 3 times.
Yeah. It just, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like. That volume of people, like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah. What's the biggest raid you've had on Twitch yourself?
Me, probably in from Penny. I think at peak it was about something like 60 people.
Yeah.
Or like, and that's overwhelming for somebody like me who just dicks about all that. I mean, most of my stream was just dicking about my friends.
Yeah.
On Phasmophobia, or my son and his girlfriend was a big thing. But no, I kind of miss it. But I like the sort of I like more people around me kind of thing. I like to bounce off people.
Yeah.
So
is there a reason that you started streaming yourself? Did everybody just convince you and say you should start streaming, or?
Yeah, it was basically from playing Among Us. So people were like, "Oh, you should stream," and then I discovered Phasmophobia and fell in love with that. It was something I could play on my own and with people. So that's how I got into it. So I was going to stream, originally I was going to stream World of Warcraft, but there's an awful, that's a saturated market.
Yeah, but I mean, were you doing it because you wanted to grow, or were you doing it just because you wanted to stream with the people you like?
Just to try it out. I mean, my sort of, I was, the community was so good to me. I mean, I was affiliated within literally a week of streaming.
Yeah.
It was lightning fast, and it just comes thick and fast and just sort of
giggity.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Yeah. Mega giggity. Yeah.
Just comes thick and fast. Wait, we got that. We have that.
Thick and fast, plenty in the tank.
There we go. That's not too loud. That should be louder. Oh well.
Giggity.
Giggity. Giggity.
Yeah, no.
Back effect of that spicy chip.
Ugh. Whacking the mute button. You and me both.
Yep, both of us. Mute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Spicy chips will do that to you.
Yeah, mine's just the irritating, lingering cough. But I'm trying not to inflict everybody with it. My germs.
It looks like it failed. Looks like you got me with it. We should have been making out before stream, I guess. That's
Yeah, but it's that beard. It just feels nice. I mean,
when 2 beards meet, when a mommy beard and a daddy beard love each other very much. And if anybody else tells you that you have a daddy beard, I'm going to kill him. I mean, wait, what?
Oh, it's definitely the grey is definitely daddy beard.
I'm just saying. That's good. Well, never mind. If yours is the daddy beard, then. That was the joke right there. So at what point did you decide you were going to start making alerts or things like that? Like, obviously we talked about Penny, and Penny's stream has a lot of alerts. Did you just one day go, hey, I think I can make something that could be fun?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of Penny was after doing more alerts, and I says, "Oh, I can do sort of animation, basic animation, a bit of singing and stuff. And she sort of said, "Could you do this, that, and the other?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I went away and recorded the toss a coin to your penny alert that she had for a long time. That was a long ass alert.
Yeah.
And when it was like for every bit amount, it just got to the point where, because she was really famous for not being able to catch up with chat,
Yeah.
and I think that contributed quite a lot.
Right. I some of those early ones that she had I really enjoyed. That's like that's one of the things I thought was really fun and unique, was having unique alerts for people to be able to like, play this, play that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like you don't want to have the same thing as everybody else.
Yeah.
But you also, you kind of want to have something inspired. So it's kind of hard.
It's difficult. Yeah. And it's like, although I get in, it's like that, literally like the Octavius one. Not that I don't want to big him up too much, but he just like literally went, "Hello, boys," and I'm like, clip, went away, found the sort of the bar opening thing, stuck his head on it, and sent it off, and that was it. It's just while I'm watching him stream, it's weird.
Well, it's a nice little short one too, and the clip,
It's perfect
the clip is short too.
Yeah, perfect for 5 bits. It's huge right now. Yeah. Which one? Why Octavius?
Exclamation mark P. There's no exclamation mark P. But yeah, I had when I was putting stuff together, eventually it was just like, it doesn't matter that I hate this clip. If everybody else wants to troll me with it, I guess I'll put it up. And that was kind of one of the things. It's like, because because it's from something that was happened organically that everybody thought was fucking hilarious, regardless of whether I, as the streamer, think it's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of people who hate stuff that's on there. I think the Penny had one where she's doing some sort of weird orgasm noise, and she sent me the link to the clip and says, "I want you to make this, but I'm going to make it so expensive that nobody will ever play it."
Yeah, and then people played it all the time.
And people played it all the time.
Was that the "Oh Yes" one where she shot somebody in PUBG? And then she's like, "Oh no. Yes!"
I think it's the one off Dead Space when she played that.
The one where she's like, "Oh yeah." What is the alert that you had the most fun making? Like you were like, this is going to be so good. People are going to be so pissed or so happy or whatever, and you just really got into it.
I quite like. I think maybe Bentley's original Dino Guy one that had Dino Guy on it, but I had to with. He's since been removed from the alert.
I did not know that.
Yeah, some people did. Somebody who knows him follows said streamer, so thought it'd be better just to remove.
But the alert, the alert's still there. It's just it doesn't have him on it, right?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's luckily I do keep. I've got a folder that's just full of project files. So I
have to tell you. So when I realized, I was like, well, I can make gifs and I can make stuff like that. Obviously, I have an ancient version of Photoshop. I've had it for years. I actually took my old version of Photoshop, I put it in a zip file, and I saved it on the internet. So no matter what computer I have or where I am, I can always just download the zip file and reinstall it. And it has Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Image Ready. It's like Photoshop 5.
Yeah, CS5. Yeah, that's exactly. I bought it, and then I think after CS5 they went to the pay monthly subscription service. I'm like, I want to give you a couple £100, dollars, whatever you want. I just want to give you a couple £100. Get the software and use it. So I used to use I used to do loads of special effects stuff. I actually wanted to make movies at one point.
Yeah.
And I worked for a huge office furniture manufacturer, and the guy there was a brilliant CG modeler. And we actually had fully licensed versions of 3D Max on
Oh,
our
wow.
computers, and the entire office was a render farm. So every PC in the office, there's like 500 computers in the building, were all rendered like slave renderers at night. So we would just do sort of movie special effects stuff with CG. I mean, we're talking way back when, and they would just render out all these things, and we were going to make a Star Wars fan film. So
Wow.
back in like 98, 99.
And can we find that online? Is it on YouTube?
I did upload a little bit of it, sort of some of the intro, but a lot of it's just on old hard drives that are just, I have no idea.
Disappeared.
I'd have to go through them.
Octavia says he's on an external hard drive.
I'm sure he's on a lot of external hard drives.
Yeah, he is. So I was saying for Photoshop, I was saying I have this old version. So I got this computer and I got set up for streaming and all of these things. And there was a and it never got used. It never got used, but I made this really funny animated thing for an alert that never got used, and I posted it, and it had you in it. It had you and Juji6 and Penny and me, and I don't remember what the four of us were doing. But it was like they were spanking you or something like that. There was something along those lines. Everybody was
Now I just want it.
Yeah, there was something where everybody was doing something different. It was a while ago. But I had made a file folder and I just titled it Mucky. And that's where I brought in all of the I'd go into people's selfie things in Discord, and I'm like saving these selfie pictures so I can use them for these emotes, and I saved them all to a file named after you, and it's still there. And still, whenever I make any kind of animated anything that uses anyone's faces, it's in the Mucky folder, regardless of whether you're in the thing or not, or whether you're involved or anything. The folder is named Mucky.
Yeah, it's like my collection of heads that I've cropped out that is just all exactly the same. It's like, I think the thing with Octavius's face was it's just that one shot, and that just became the meme of it. It's just, I mean, he gave it to me. I think it was a challenge that he set and went, "Oh, I'm not bothered what you do, go nuts."
Right.
So I did, and
I didn't know that, but I took that same photo and when we did Octavius Appreciation Day, and I made all of the stuff. I didn't know that was the same picture you had used. I just grabbed it on there, and I'm like, I'm just going to clip this and edit this, and then I saw some of the other stuff. I was like, shit, everybody's using it. I should have found a better picture, and maybe it was because there wasn't another really good one at the time. But
well, it's the one of me that's on everything with the stupid shit eating.
Yeah,
grid, which is annoying because the original photo, I've got my sort of hand over my beard.
Yeah.
So most of that is photoshopped beard.
Well, just so you know, now this entire stream is here. They have plenty of opportunities to get a lot of good face pics of you for alerts. It'll be real easy to get to edit that microphone out, or some angles or something. There you go.
Yeah. Hold on, I need to sort this out. Let me just get my emotional support Grogu for help. There you go. Sorted.
TOS now. Disney's gonna come after us, be like, "You can't use Grogu. Grogu's on your screen." Shame on you.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Be like, it wasn't Grogu. It was Baby Yoda. Completely different thing.
It was just Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it was Baby Yoda, which wasn't totally Grogu. There is no Baby Yoda officially in Star Wars canon. So there you go.
That's right.
And so everybody gets all upset about that. They're like, it's his name's Grogu. He's not Baby Yoda. It's like, yeah, but if you
it was Baby Yoda forever until they said his name.
If you don't want to get away with TOS, then you just call him Baby Yoda, because that's there you go.
I do need to watch season 3 of that.
Yeah, same here. But we haven't caught up with Book of Boba Fett yet. We still have to watch that. We've jumped
I
ship
enjoy
over to Marvel, and we're back to catching up on Marvel
Yeah,
in the
with
house.
chunky bobber, dad bod bobber, as I called him.
Oh,
My son said, "Oh, if you could role play that now, because he's got that sort of dad bod, sort of big thicker look about him, a little bit thicker. You know what I mean?"
So, are you planning on returning to streaming, or is there a reason you took some time off from streaming?
There's no reason. It's just laziness.
Oh yeah,
It's just bone idleness. It's like it's all set up, but it's just I don't know.
you just don't
It's
feel
not
like
fun.
doing it, or
It's not that I don't feel like doing it. It's just I don't know. It's one of them things where if you're not quite in that exact headspace, you feel like that it's just not going to be fun. And if it's not fun for you, it's not fun for the people watching you.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah, it totally makes
I
sense.
miss you too.
We do,
But
Yeah. Octavius is 100% correct. Like,
yeah, I
you
know.
remember, even when you're not with us, we're referencing you. You're part of the community.
Well,
we miss the Mucky
part of me
streams.
is thinking maybe I ought to do it, but do sort of have a chat with various people to come on and play games with me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sort of hang out, because I kind of like that. It's
Well,
just
and
nice to
it sounds like that's kind of how it started for you and why you were doing it. Because you said
Yeah,
you were like
exactly.
doing Among Us and Phasmophobia, and like when they do the
Yeah.
community streams, you usually hop in and
Yeah.
join. Except for, of course, when I took over, you were nowhere to be seen, and I cried.
You see, the perfect game for you would probably be something like Sea of Thieves, living the pirate dream.
I played Sea of Thieves. Here's I like Sea of Thieves. Here's my fallback with my problem with Sea of Thieves. You can't just enjoy the game. Like, I'd love to be able to just go enjoy the game, like by myself, go in, go fishing or whatever. But almost every single time, if you're just trying to like chill and enjoy the game, some asshole shows up and starts attacking you out of nowhere. And that's not necessarily always fun. I wish they had it where you could have a solo queue, or your own. Like, I would pay extra to be able to have like a unique server that nobody else can join unless I invite them.
Yeah. Well, this is. I think that was the thing with the Tall Tales with the Jack Sparrow story. Was like all sort of instance thing. What was that?
That means our time is up. I thought you said you watched the show.
Yeah.
I thought you watched the show. You should know that means that's what the time is
I'm
up.
not expecting to hear it in my ears. That's what it is. It's just throwing me off.
Yeah, sound is
There you
shared.
go. There you go.
The
just came out of nowhere.
But yeah, there was that, and then the other part is, even if you get together with a group of 3 people, and you're like, okay, I could play Sea of Thieves. I could play at like noon, and like noon to, say you play noon to 3, right? And you get on to play noon to 3, but you can't really judge noon to 3 because 2:30 rolls around, and you're like, okay, where the hell are we? We need to finish this quest. We need to finish whatever. We need to get back and sell all the stuff. And usually that takes like maybe an hour and a half to 4 hours to get your stuff sold, or to get back, or to finish whatever you're doing. So you really have to have an entire day off just to play Sea of Thieves. And at that point, it's like, if I'm gonna have like all this open time, I might as well just play something else where I can plan my time. Because if you're playing and then like you have to go and you can't finish, it's like, well, you've just wasted all that time because you have to log off. You don't get the rewards. Everybody else cashes in when you're gone. You don't get any of that. They get it, and you've wasted your entire day. And so those were my 2 big problems with Sea of Thieves.
I say I'd be quite happy because I just love the sort of the way the physics work, and the being on the ocean, just dicking about in the boats was fun, but it's not good to watch.
Somebody just
Head dancing.
Do I want it? Should I play this and see? We'll hear the audio, but
It's
there's the clip. For those that are watching this secondhand on, say, a YouTube or on the VOD, I just replayed. Somebody clipped the the end of the thing, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's the problem with these is that if it could capture the text, you could play it back in the sort of subtitles on YouTube. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. I've thought about that, but sometimes it's like for the live stream itself, which is really at this point kind of more important, is to have the thing. Skull and Bones might have a single player deal. Skull and Bones was supposed to come out in 2018. I've been following Skull. Mikey, have you heard of Skull and Bones?
Vaguely, yeah.
So Skull and Bones is supposed to come out in 2018. I was so excited for that game. It is now 2023. The release date was 5 years ago. They push it back 2 or 3 times every year. It's been pushed back so many times, people mostly forgot that it was supposed to be released in, like, you see articles, Skull and Bones is delayed till whatever. They were originally delayed in 2020. No, they were originally supposed to be released in 2018. I'm not butthurt at all about this. At all.
Wasn't that a Kickstarter thing?
No,
I have a vague recollection
I
of
believe
seeing
it
it
was
on
supposed to be. I believe it was like a Bethesda thing, which makes sense because it's freaking Bethesda and they can't get anything right.
Yeah, I mean,
Bethesda, welcome to Bethesda. This is the place where we have you fix all of our stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Skyrim still going. My God,
Skyrim was a great game. I don't care how glitchy it was and how much you needed to have other people fix the glitches. Yeah, Skyrim was really awesome. Fallout. I mean, I like Fallout 76. I didn't play any of the other. I only played Fallout 76. I didn't play the other ones. So
yeah, I played Fallout 4. I love Fallout 4.
I've heard that that's a really good one. I own it. I own a bunch of them.
They were free on Epic Games. There was loads of them.
So I merged. So I had a Bethesda account, and I merged my Bethesda account with either with Steam or with Epic. And so I got like 5 Fallout games that I had. I don't know how I had them, but I had them. So there we go. Epic Games, not to be confused with Epic Realms. Not to be confused, for sure. For sure, not to be confused. Just want to make sure that we got this right. Yeah, Twitch, and then.
Well, that'd be super litigious.
What's that?
You can imagine them. Imagine that. If you did like the Epic Games thing, they'd be coming after you like nobody's business.
No, they won't. They won't because they won't allow anybody to have the username with Epic in their username.
What?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me. Like, I couldn't have my name on Epic Games. I had to be E Realms because the word Epic, they don't allow users to have the name Epic in any of their. You cannot find. I searched under users. I searched just the word Epic, and nothing came up. They said that there are no users with this name. It's like, you got to be kidding me. They just don't allow it.
That's dick move, that, isn't it? My God.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was through. So what was your? I'm going to start the timer here. That's not where we're going. I'm going to start the timer here. What was your issue? Because like you were like, I'm not going to role play. That's for, dweebs and losers and whatever. Of course, obviously you eventually did. Was there an actual like F role playing sort of mentality you had before you did it because you wanted to participate?
Not really. I mean, a lot of it was just down to me just trolling again. Okay.
I thought so, but I wanted to check and make sure if like you had a misconception of what role playing was about until you started. Or
no. I mean, I'm a child of a certain age, so a lot of my childhood was brought up with sort of very early Games Workshop stuff. I still have them. The guys who set up Games Workshop did a book series called Fighting Fantasy.
Okay.
And they were like, make your own adventure books where you go through, and if you make this choice, you turn to page, whatever. I was brought up on them. So I was kind of sort of steeped in that kind of that kind of thing from an early age. I mean, you probably figure out my age if you find out how old those books are.
Right. Well, so does that mean,
I think I showed it once when we were setting up Time of the Wolf with Penny. sort of one of the sort of setting up how we were going to do it, and I bought them down, and I showed them, and I think it was Aquafire was asking about how old they were, and I said, it's this age. She was like, that's before I was born. Damn it. So yeah, quite old.
So for
But
you,
then
when I had some of the
Yeah.
people on the podcast that are, like a Robert Charette or any of the other people who have been around and have worked for Games Workshop, those were
Yeah.
names where you're like, you probably less cared about some of their newer shit and were like, hey, they did stuff for Games Workshop.
I worked for Games Workshop myself, so
What? What the?
Yeah.
What, how are we just learning this now? What did you do at Games Workshop, and what did you do? Tell us about this.
I was in charge of shipping for Games Workshop Northern Europe. So I used to do all of the sort of shipping releases, managing that for the head office in Nottingham.
So do you
So
know
actually
some of the people then?
You don't really mix with because they're not always there. Although sort of what's it called? You'll tell me. It's not not in my brain. The book
There's a lot of books.
Black Dwarf. They were right next to us, so I had to walk past those guys that were writing all of the sort of books and stuff like that. And a lot of the model makers and the painters and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was kind of there when the Lord of the Rings stuff was sort of kicking off.
Okay.
And Peter Jackson visited, and it was all really cool.
Did they shut the whole place down for that, or?
Pretty much, yeah. It was difficult to get anywhere around the building that day.
Yeah, I bet. I worked at similarly. I worked at a place called Cirrus Design, and it's an airplane. They make airplanes, private airplanes, and we had Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. They both that's what planes they have, and they came and they toured the goddamn place, and they shut that place down hard.
Yeah.
To the point where I was late for work. I ended up having the day off because I couldn't get to work because they're like, nope, we're having a tour right now. And I called my bosses, like, they won't let me in. They're like, we've got some people touring. And like, they had like security, like private security were there. And I was like, Jesus criminy. So if I would have been to work on time, I probably would have gotten to meet Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, but I didn't because I was fucking late to work because I was funny enough, I was up all night the night before role playing. I think we were role playing till like 2 a.m. and I slept in. But,
yeah, it gets you like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think back to when I got talked into doing the D&D campaign, because I mean there was no pressure on there because Penny literally said, if you're not doing it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No pressure then.
No pressure. No. So was that your first time role playing? I mean, obviously you did stuff for Games Workshop, so you understood what was going on.
With one of my best friends growing up used to do sort of very sort of basic role playing stuff. And one that sticks in my mind was they did a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role playing book, and it set this up where it was like there were detectives, but that book you had certain levels of mutation, like how much like the different sort of animals you were,
right?
And I was like this sort of bear-like creature that was more bear, so I had to operate at night in the shadows kind of thing, and acted as the muscle for this other guy that was sort of solving the mysteries. And we played that for quite a bit. It's very nerdy, but yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I mean, I used to play I've played the tabletop thing, the Warhammer I've still got my dwarf and skeleton armies in the loft.
You ever think
Which-
about going and playing at a convention or at a thing? Did you paint them yourself?
Well,
I guess that's a more important question. Did you paint yours yourself?
Yes, and when I worked with the professional painters at Games Workshop, and they said, "Oh, bring them in," I went, "God no, you'll rip me." And they went, "No, bring them in." So I took a handful in, and they ripped me to bits.
Really?
Because they were so bad. Oh, they were so bad. Yeah, I mean, we're talking.
Are you going to
sort
share?
of-
You should. You said you still have them. You should get some pictures and post them for us.
No,
What?
they're bad. They're bad.
They can't be worse than mine. And come on, we know you were younger at the time. There's so
Oh,
many
yeah.
people that no,
No, they were no bad. No.
not even like your best one, or just say this is my worst one and just take a picture. It's unpainted. How about a distance shot so we can't make out details?
Even then, it's just, they are bad. They're really, really bad. Because I was like, in your head, you're thinking, yeah, I remember that. And then when you actually get it out, you go like, ugh. put it
Yeah,
back
it's
in the box.
difficult, isn't it? Because you're trying to paint and then you overlap or whatever, and like you see the
Yeah.
professionals and they're like all they got the shading shit in there and stuff, and you're like,
Oh.
how am I even gonna?
The ones that they presented to Peter Jackson, there was an Eowyn one, and I have never seen such detail on something so small. Unreal. I mean, I wished that. I mean, it was before we had sort of decent cameras, digital cameras. So it's like one of these little 3 megapixel pictures I've got, and it looks garbage. Just doesn't capture the beauty of a skilled painter.
Right.
Unbelievable. I mean, they're painting with like the tiniest little things, like pin points.
Yeah.
Just putting little like them sort of detail in their eye and stuff. It's just like
One tip that I got, I don't remember where it was. If it was I have a friend. He streams called Midwest Mini Painting Guy, and I think it was him that said like, don't get a super fine tipped brush when you're painting minis. You get a bigger one because then it doesn't dry out because it'll does this. So you still get a fine point. So you get the brush and it comes into a super fine point. And this really looks like I'm doing something dirty, but still. But you but you get like the bigger brush and it comes to a super fine point on its own.
Yeah.
You don't need one with a fine point in order to
no.
drop it. So I should post. I've got a bunch of minis that I've painted. I should post some of them. I should make like a channel in the Discord. Maybe I already have one for posting miniatures.
Yeah. Don't check out the funny stuff channel. Oh dear.
Never check out the funny stuff channel. I mean, always check it out. Why did you post something just recent? Did you just post
No,
something?
I haven't. No, I'm sure he's just trolling me.
Nope. Crackus is. Thank you, Crackus, for the post. You see that, Mucky?
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
For those that are watching, you'll have to check out our Discord. You can find that on our link tree or right there. Octavius just posted it live in the chat. But
Yeah. See, I was distracted by coming on here, and I didn't post one of my Octavius memes either today. So
yeah, you
I mean, you got away with
gotta
it.
do the daily Octavius meme. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not daily. I ain't got that much time. Yeah. I'll just see an image. I just see an image and it just go for it. So
Considering the
that'll-
images that you post, I wonder what your social media feed really looks like. Like, this is just a post that popped up. If that's just the post that just popped up, I can only imagine.
It's normally shit that people send me as well. Just you'd be surprised what crap I get sent. It is bad. But there you go.
So what?
Anyway, back to role playing.
Back to role playing. Yeah, let's get back to role play.
Yeah. So have you ever made your own games? Ever sort of made anything of your own? Because you're quite a creative guy. I would have thought at some point you'd have come up with your own sort of rule book and campaign thing.
So there should be a role-playing game where you can role-play, and instead of using dice, you just use a deck of cards. But something easy, so you don't need like books and papers and stuff. Something really simple. So I tried to build something based off of a deck of cards, and it didn't work out well. So yeah, I did
You
that.
see, I quite like that idea. I
Yeah, it
think
was like
that's
you flip
a-
because it's random. So like your random number generator is a die 20 usually in modern days, or like die 10s is your random numbers. So you roll and you get beyond a certain thing, or like group has like 3 die 6 and you want to hit like a 14 or higher or whatever, and so you have this random number. And I thought, well, you have abilities and your cards are, you have to get a certain thing because it's all random numbers. So your difficulty can be a suit, your difficulty can be a number, it can be a suit and a number. So like the GM can say, you need to get a king with better than a spade, whatever, for a difficulty on your next thing. So it has to be at least a king, and it can be any suit, but it has to be like a higher ranking than a spade or whatever. And then you flip over the top card. And that's what it was. And I noticed the difficulty because I play tested this. I designed it and I play tested it. The problem is you have diminishing, the random numbers start to diminish as you go through the deck of cards. So unless you're reshuffling after every card draw, you're not going to do so well. And so that was kind of my problem. And eventually it was like there were other systems that were better than that used a deck of cards. And of course after that I got through the shock of like, oh, I got in trouble this weekend, and that became like less of a concern. So yeah, I did come up with that. We did design a world. A friend of mine and I kind of worked on a piratey themed world. And then I ended up breaking off and made a card game instead of a role-playing game out of it, which I still have. I still play test. I haven't play tested it in a couple of years, but I made a card game based off of the RPG setting that we did. So
I could see you doing something like that. You just need to spitball it with the right people. Could see you.
The card game, I
something
really enjoyed the card game. I just don't have the follow through. I didn't get enough play tests done, and then like I stopped for a while because I got into a game called Gaslands, and then after that COVID hit, and I know a couple people are still every once in a while, what did you ever do with that card game? That was really good. Maybe
See,
I'll break
this
it up
and this is
again.
the perfect place to promote the crap out of it as well. Get other
Right,
people.
and maybe I
playing.
will. And now like I know so many people. I've had a couple people that are game designers that are like, hey, you should, next time. Like I had a couple of people tell me that if I came to Gen Con, I should bring it with so they could try it out and give me some pointers. I don't, I'm not going to Gen Con because they got rid of their mask thing, and I'm highly susceptible to COVID. So if I get sick at it, an event like that, I mean, last time I had COVID, I was sick for 3 months.
Yeah, I remember.
And I tested I tested positive for 3 weeks, and then had symptoms for 3 months. So yeah, I'm not going to go to a place that isn't mandating masks at a big indoor space. With
I'm very susceptible. Crap lungs, and but I'm reckless and an idiot, and I just go out to all these things and get ill and just deal with it. I'm a lunatic. I think I just enjoy the suffering.
Like the coughing, like you are right now.
Yeah, I say it's just this will just be going on for months and months.
When they tell you not to put it in your mouth, you're not supposed to put it in your mouth.
Yeah, just like licking light switches. What can I say?
Did you see Sunstrider? Too much mucky. Too much mucky. Error. The stream needs less mucky. Error. Well, there's a reverse. Yeah. What is it with that's for the last question. I saw that and I'm like, oh, I'm really curious about this, and now I'm like, no, we're talking about role play.
Yeah, we'll stick to it.
What tell us a little bit about your character that was for Time of the Wolf, and how was that like a real ongoing game for you since Ninja Turtles?
Well, Time of the Wolf what I don't think it was meant to go on as and be as sprawly as it is. Well, it makes it basically padded out far too much because people like me who weren't sort of more serious role players were kind of messing about more with it, and I think my role there was just basically to bring the stupid comedy thing.
You're the comic relief character.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I think there was a whole episode where we were wandering around a swamp, and when we came out and we sort of did the post-stream sort of debrief after, and we were all sat there, and Aladus is sat there going, "You're only supposed to be in there for 2 minutes, like 3 hours, thinking about the swamp."
But that's the way role playing goes. Like as
I
a
know.
GM, you never know what your players are going to do, and if you as the GM find your players are doing stuff and having fun, keep it going.
Yeah.
Don't
I mean, he got the patience of a saint with us. I mean, I cannot praise Aladus enough for what he did. The story was brilliant. The setting was brilliant. His tolerance for us is brilliant. And I was really sad when it kind of all fell apart. But it's keeping so many people together on a schedule when you've got real life affecting you here, there, and everywhere, and it's difficult. And it did break my heart when that sort of ended, because I was really, really enjoying it.
worry, I won't tell anyone you said that.
Yeah, well,
We'll keep it just between you and me. Nobody else will know.
Nobody else is watching this.
Nobody will know.
Shh. Didn't hear anything, right?
Nothing.
I think it's pretty well known that I was gutted, but yeah. But nerd game.
Would you be open to doing more role playing in the future?
It depends. It'd have to be something short, sweet, and special. But maybe. Are you nodding?
maybe swing by for a one shot deal. Just
maybe. We'll think about it. I mean, we went balls in. We spent Penny spent an awful lot of money on sort of artwork and
right.
The sort of a lot of the background stuff that I did. That was a lot of time.
Yeah.
Spent on that. My brother drew the wolf dragon and stuff.
That was really cool. The scene change was kind of really cool. Didn't you did the scene change, right?
Yeah, everything on that.
Yeah,
so
really cool. Octavia says I will play Lucky every night though.
You're not nearly creepy enough.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, this is Octavius we're talking about, isn't that?
No, he's a pussy. He's a pussycat.
Redneck Jenna says, "Need more grumbly."
Yeah, grumbly was great. More bacon. Oh,
Emily says she would
my
roleplay
God.
with Mucky. Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the question would be who's wearing the pants or the never mind.
This is the sheath in what sword? What say what?
Right? What?
Right, I need 2 minutes. I will be back.
That's all right. We're going to go to a break. That is the second thing. We'll be back. We're going to talk Mucky's history with professional wrestling or professional wrestlers. And then, of course, we're going to have some potluck where we're going to talk about whatever. If you guys have questions or thoughts or anything for Mucky, stick around and stay tuned. We will be right back in just a few
And we're nearly ready
short
for
minutes.
another hype train.
No, we're not
Bye.
going to have another hype train. No, I'm throwing these goddamn chips away. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Hello, we are back from our little break. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out and sticking around during the break. Appreciate you all being here. Did anything else? Anything pop up? Oh, people are doing some hopping. Somebody says, I hear this guest is pretty cool. Does he stream? I don't know who that guy is. Not a clue.
Well, I must be talking about you.
Best guest ever. Oh, things have popped up. Wait, what? What? What popped up for you, Octavius? Do I want to know? Is it safe for work? Not safe for work? NSFW, as the case may be. Oh, interesting. The thing went back to Twitch.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's
There we
weird.
go. I don't know why it reset, but here we are. I am not at work.
Boo. Get to work, Octavius.
Get to work. Welcome in, Roddy Mama. Happy Monday. If you're just joining us, like Roddy Mama, maybe, I am joined by the one and only MuckyMcfly. You might know Mucky from streams such as Octavius. You might know him from streams such as Bentley or Penny Potato or Pixelnix, or pretty much anybody in our community. Almost anybody has a little something where MuckyMcfly has left his mark in their stream. I was going to say left his seed on their stream, and I was like, that's not a really good phrase to say.
Little mucky seeds everywhere.
Mucky's deposited his seed in so many streams.
all my little children and everyone's Twitch.
This is what it is. Yeah.
It is pretty much, isn't it? It's a good way of describing it. We
I've
haven't got
seen
time.
his work, Identity Wars. Yeah.
In the Identity Wars, yeah.
What did you do for the Identity Wars?
We did some Peen Saber stuff, which set off the arguments. Give me my trailer back. No, Penny, mine.
I wasn't sure if Penny was going to see it or notice.
Yeah. Well, I did point out that I was on here, so I thought she might come in.
So for those that are just joining and didn't catch earlier in the stream, we were talking a little bit about the background for Mucky, and Mucky came on before the show started. I was like, that background, is that background what I think that is? Is that Penny's? And he's like, yes, it is. I'm like, oh my God.
Do you know how difficult it was to get her to leave the chair to get this screenshot?
Why would she need to leave the chair? You just do it when she's not home. You just get out of the vent, climb out of the vent, take a picture.
I mean, that's what I did.
Oh, okay. Penny will have to go back and watch the VOD and all of the things where we were talking all the nice things about Penny and some of the stuff about Mucky getting into Twitch and streaming and all of that stuff.
Oh, don't. She'll get a big head about it.
Or she'll be like, "Aw,
Oh, well, she was there, so she knows the story.
But does she remember? Does she remember that particular incident?
Probably.
Oh yeah,
not,
she probably does remember that incident because it's a pretty big.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
Oh.
I do miss the days where I used to come home and there'd just be like a list of things, and Penny will tell you some of the lists were extensive. Going, can you turn these into alerts? And there'd be like 20 clips. Yeah, fine, and they'd be like done instantly. Quite funny. I enjoy doing it. Weirdly, it's but you haven't got the timer on the wrestling stories.
Right. Well, I haven't even started it because we're not talking about it.
Oh, go on then.
Oh, should I hit the button?
Go for it.
The reason that I put on here wrestling stories is like, we got to talk about this because a while ago, obviously a lot of people that know I used to be a professional wrestler. I've wrestled with people and I've wrestled on shows with people that are well known, and the subject of one Jake the Snake Roberts came up, and Mucky's like, oh yeah, I know him. And I was like, me personally, I was like, what? No, no. And Mucky's like, yeah, we used to hang out all the time. Like, no, you fucking didn't. Don't you tell me that. And then Mucky sends me a video, and I'm like, okay, I take it all back. You totally know him. You hung out with him. What the f? How did you meet Jake Roberts, and how did this friendship or like relation, this situation come about with you and
Right.
and him 100 million years
Yeah.
ago?
Wow. So I used to play in a band many years ago that was relatively successful. But there you go. I mean, we're talking way back in the day. And I had a phone call, a random phone call, from somebody called Val. And she says, "Oh, I'm Jake the Snake's manager, and he's interested in meeting you. He's got your CD. He was given it by a member of ZZ Top," which is now my head's going, this has got to be somebody taking the piss.
Yeah, somebody's
Right.
messing with you.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, right, okay. And he really likes the music on it, and he'd love to meet you. He knows you're from sort of Nottingham, and we're doing a show in Nottingham soon, and he'd love for you to come along. So I'm like, go to the rest of the band. I'm going, I've just had this weird phone call. And they're all like, it's got to be somebody taking the piss. It's got to be.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right. I thought no more about it. It'd be nearly a month later, get another phone call. Hi, it's Val. Oh, hi, Val, you're all right. Right, we're doing a show at the Theatre Royal in Nottingham. There are 3 VIP backstage passes. Just go to the stage door and you'll be brought in to meet Jake. We're like, okay. Our drummer couldn't make it, but my brother is singer, guitarist in the band as well. Me and him go down, and sure enough, stage door. Yes. You know, we're expecting you. Go in and meet Val. She's this lovely little lady. She's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you came, you know. And I'm like, I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah.
You know, these sort of rock stars or something, but we're just normal people. And she's like, oh no, he's aware, but he loves your music. So my band's name was Fecal Matter.
Somebody Google
sort
that.
of name.
Google that. Get us a.
Yeah, well, it was named after the original Nirvana demo, because we started as a Nirvana cover band.
Oh, okay.
My brother sounds very Kurt Cobain-y.
I love it already. I want to see
the stuff is available on YouTube. I think I've posted it before, but so opens the door up, walking, and there he is. And I loved all 90s, the sort of that 90s golden era WWF. Just fantastic. Loved it to bits. And he's there. And he's just in a pair of pants. And he stands up and he goes, hey, give me some, you know, comes up, he goes, hey Jim, give me some of that Fecal Matter. He comes up and gives me a massive hug, gives my brother a massive hug. Sit down, you know, talking about the music and Harry loved it and that lot. And, you know, it was just like gobsmacked. Just absolutely gobsmacked. And it's like, yeah, well, we'll talk more after the show. Went off, did the show. We were all stood right at the back of the curtain watching it, and fantastic. And he comes back into his thing. He goes, oh, I've got a shower. Drops his pants. It's right in front of us, full bore.
This sounds like a wrestling star. This sounds like something
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah, full bore, everything in your face. You're like, okay, this is not how I envisioned my evening going. And off naked off into the shower, and because you know what wrestling guys just don't care. And then he comes back, and this his bits are all flopping around, and he's just toweling himself off. Yeah, here we go. going to go out, we're going to have some drinks and stuff like that, and just hung out for the rest of the night. You know, went into the hotel and just hung out and just hit it off. Just hit it off.
What?
And then that's just like began a really weird friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Really weird.
You say that like because that's wrestlers and they don't care. And yeah, there've been I've been in
Well,
locker rooms.
yeah,
I've been in
well,
locker rooms where there's like a guy that there's people that like got a piercing in their junk and they'll walk up behind people that are sitting in a steel chair and they'll drop trow and they'll start banging it against the chair. Tink, 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 tink. And when you hear a tink tink, you knew if that person was on the show. You're like, oh God, he's got his junk out again and he's smacking his piercing against the chair behind me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that done by a wrestler that had the Prince Albert.
Yeah.
And yeah. If he come out of the UK, there you go. Octavius has found me already.
There we go. With a capital C. So that was your problem, Roddy Mommy. You might have been doing the
Yeah. And yeah, you know, we got invited to every local show, and sometimes he would want somebody ringside as a sort of manager. So I'd literally get the weird. It was a weird setup because you'd get a phone call, and it'd just be like, "Hey, I'm waiting on you, man," and I'd know exactly what that meant. Was I had to sort of our local motorway service. The sort of main motorway in the UK is the M1, and the nearest service station, place called Trow Services. So I'd have to drive up to Trow Services, and you're not really supposed to go around the back roads onto it, but because there's like a police station there, but they would just go like that and just they'd know, because the first time we came off there, the police were like stopped us and like, oh, is that Jake the Snake Roberts? And they're like that. And they just knew that we were going to pick him up from there every time. So we were allowed over the service road and pick him up and bring him back to my house. Weird.
That's wild. That's wild.
And then we'd go off to do, you know, follow him in the shows and stuff.
Yeah. How many years did you guys do stuff like that?
2-3 years.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a spat in the UK.
Monkey Swag, 2 years, 24 months. Welcome in, Monkey Swag. Thank you so much, Monkey Swag, one of our GMs and role players here.
I mean, what?
It's my favorite kind of candy. Okay, it's not, but it's close. It's close.
I like nerds. Being somewhat of a nerd myself.
Right.
I mean, jock.
Yeah,
Massive jock.
Yeah. Jock strap.
How did you know what I was wearing?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the horses. You're right on the back of the jockey.
Mm.
Never mind. I tried. I failed. So there was some sort of like a little fall, like he had a falling out with just UK in general, or you guys had some sort of falling out?
No, we didn't. We never had a falling out. He got into. We used to have a sort of a UK Jerry Springer type, person called Tricia, and he was on her show, and somebody complained about the snake. I was using the snake, so the sort of RSPCA, which is sort of the sort of pet protection people over here, got involved, and they were giving him grief and that lot, and he just, you know, he looked after that snake like you wouldn't believe, you know.
Even though he was like apparently deathly afraid of snakes, like he had a phobia of snakes, but he still.
You've never. Yeah, I'm not a fan. And he would turn up with the snake in the bag, and then just go like that. You'd just be sat making him a cup of tea or something, and the snake would just go over your shoulders, and you're just like,
Did that thing ever get loose in your place, and he was coming over and hanging out?
Yeah, I mean, one of my best friends who lives over the road. It was out at his house more than it was over here because I have other pets. But yeah, it'd just be sat in the front room, and the snake would just be sort of sat munching on something
Like the
food
neighbor cat.
wise. No, just food that he got it, frozen mice thing, thawed out. Weird.
Or live mice, it helps
Just-
keep your house clear.
Yeah. I mean the guy yeah. Don't know whether I should tell this story or not. he could knock back some liquor as well.
Yeah, yeah, he
Mm.
definitely drink. I mean, he's pretty well known for this. Like people know his history
Oh,
back in the day. and
yeah.
it's
I mean,
like,
he had he had his own special spoon for
yeah, for stuff.
stuff.
For stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, that was Jake's spoon that was wrapped up in tin foil, away from everything else.
yeah.
Oh, Jake's round, unwrap the tin foil.
Knowing
There's this-
him and knowing his history with substances and his demons, how is it for you, having known him and having been friends with him for a few years, how is it knowing that
It's
he's
di-
like completely clean and
It's
living a good
difficult. I
life?
mean, watching the resurrection of Jake the Snake was painful for somebody. I mean, I love the man. No doubt about it. Just, I mean, he just gets in your head. Absolutely gets in your head. Just a real charmer,
Yeah.
real man's man. And just full of amazing stories. It'd be great for you to get on because he does his own podcast now.
He does, yeah. I'd
Yeah,
love
you
to,
should-
and I actually know people that know him, so it's like,
Yeah.
but I'd have to call in a few pretty hefty favors just to get that connection. So,
You would.
but I'd love to, because so for me, so Jake, so I didn't really know my dad growing up, and I had a stepdad for many years, and my stepdad had the classic mustache my entire life. Knowing him, he always had that, and he also had a lot of like abuse problems, especially alcohol more than anything else. That was really bad, but he did have other vices, and that was kind of like my dad, and he never really got over it. But like I really looked up to, like as a kid and a huge wrestling fan, I loved wrestling, and Jake, there was just always something about him. Everybody knows there was something
Yeah,
about Jake.
there is. Yeah, he's got an aura about him that is just.
Yeah. So when I saw the resurrection of
Yeah.
Jake the Snake, and just every time I see him and I see that he's clean and he's happy and he's with his kids, I just think I'm so happy for him, because it makes me think of my dad every time I see Jake. And I'm always like, I know at the end, myself and my dad, because we had a falling out as well, and we kind of made up for it, and he never got over his substance issues.
No,
But
you
seeing
never
that
do.
Jake had, it really hit home for me, and it was really personal for me to see Jake. Even though I never knew Jake, it was really personal for me to see him get over that, and see that, and see him get help, and get better. And I was just like, oh man, that's so cool. Like I was so happy to see that.
So it's like me. I wished I'd got more sort of videos and sort of things with us, but it's one of those things where you're hanging out with a friend. You don't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like at that point. It wasn't like hanging out with somebody famous
Yeah.
that you'd looked up to and thought, this guy came out to like 100, whatever it was, 90,000, 100,000 people with Alice Cooper at one of the WrestleMania 2 or 3, whatever it was. It's like blows your head off that this guy sat in your front room stealing my Jack Daniels, the bastard.
Are you happy
Do you
for
know
him?
how much that costs?
A lot. Are you happy for him? Glad that he's.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's been years and years. But my friend he actually ran a wrestling school over here, and my friend who still does wrestling now actually went and trained with him, and through our friendship stopped with him, because they got really, really close, really good friends. But I will try and have a word, but obviously we don't want to overstep favors, but we'll put in a good word.
Okay. Are you still in touch at all?
I haven't spoken to him in years.
What do
A
you
long
think?
time.
What do you think if you saw him or talked to him? What do you think the first thing you
I
want
think
to
we'd
say
probably
to
have a
him?
massive hug and then call each other dicks. Probably. It's been a long time.
Is there anything
yeah.
you'd be like, I got to tell you this story. I got to tell you about this.
No, just probably just bullshit that we always did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Did he ever bring any of the other guys around, the other boys around, or was it just like your friends and it was
No,
completely
just
independent of?
Yeah, just him. It just used to be like a hangout thing. Obviously, we saw other wrestlers at shows that they
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
You know, there's one guy, an American wrestler called Tex. He was absolutely enormous. He must have been close to 7 foot.
Okay.
I've got a picture. I look like a child next to this man. He is absolutely enormous.
And he was called Tex?
Called him Tex, yeah. And
Was that his wrestler name?
yeah.
Or was it just their nickname for him?
No, that was his wrestler name. Just called him Big Tex or something like that. No, I've never seen anything on him anywhere. It's weird. But
Okay.
I'll have to dig the pictures out. It's obviously it's all old. It's actual printed photographs. It's not like digital stuff. So I'll have to dig them out. But yeah, we was at a place in Sheffield and they did the sort of back suplex thing. And obviously when you do it, you push off the guy's back so you can get your shoulders to land.
Yeah, you gotta tuck in
Jake
your knees
didn't.
and kick
He
your
went
knees
like
straight, legs straight up.
He
Yeah.
slipped, and we saw that he slipped and started making our way down from the thing like that.
Oh man!
And it landed right, and it basically put like his innards right up inside him.
Oh.
So it was a hospital job, so we had to cut him off. Everyone's like, you know, there's us like banding over, and then the guys there knew who we were. We kind of came up onto the thing and dragged. He did manage to do the DDT, not the guy. You know, went off one, like, and we like carried him off, and I was like, and then like, literally, I'm sweating and feeling sick because I'm thinking, God, he's really hurt himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a hospital job. I was overnight in the hospital.
Oh man. No children for him is what you're saying. Maybe Tex McKenzie. He was around 7 foot tall.
Might be.
Octavia
Might
said.
be.
Tex
I'll have to have a
McKenzie.
look.
Well, no, I got it.
Let's have a look.
Right? Everybody's like, time for Google. Tex McKenzie. Tex.
Or Duck Go. No, it wasn't him. I'll find the picture out. I'll find it. We'll have to do an image search, see if we can find out who it was.
Find everybody in the wrestling industry that went by the name of Tex and post it on the Discord. Everybody. Because there's definitely not only just going to be one.
Yeah. So how come you ended your wrestling career? I don't think I ever.
For me, it was partially politics, partially health.
It's always health.
Well, so as a lot of people know now, I have celiacs. I'm a celiac person. I didn't know back then. So I think I was 180 when I was wrestling, and that was mostly like muscle. And I was like going to the gym. All of the guys that were training were going to the gym and stuff. And I was going to the gym and I was having, the protein powders and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know I had celiac disease. So here I'm eating all this protein that is gluten based. And I'm just getting sick. I'm just sick. And for those that don't know, like your intestines absorb all the nutrients into your body. Like your stomach digests it, but your intestines absorb it. Well, I didn't have any of the material in my intestines to absorb the nutrients. So I'm going to the gym constantly, but my body's not getting the nutrients to replenish me working out. So not only am I exhausting myself, but I'm eating the stuff that's making me sick. So I started losing weight and I was making myself sick because I didn't know.
Not good.
And so I ended up I was pretty thin. I'll finish the story. So I had gotten pretty thin. And so I was small. I was 6 foot tall, 6'1", but like I was kind of skinny for a wrestler. But the audience liked me. Like I could always like the kids in the audience would always get behind me no matter where I went. But the problem
Yeah.
is that while I was tall, I was really thin.
Mm.
You know, you're 6'1" and you're 190. You should be at least 210. You know,
Yeah.
and people don't realize 10 pounds is a lot of weight.
Mm.
You know, let alone 20 pounds is a lot of weight. And so so there was that, and I was just making myself sick and I couldn't physically do it. But then back in the day there was like not even Facebook, but there was like MySpace, and then I had like a personal like little blog thing that I did, and I wrote a little thing. It was like a recap of my year, all of the good and all of the bad, and I talked a little bit about how. And then we did this one show that was like, I think it was like 600-700 people. It was a really good show, and I did a lot of promotion personally. Like I went around and I think I sold 150, 200 tickets myself personally. A lot of it was people that I knew that were coming there to see me. And then at the end of the, end of the show, my payout was like, I don't remember. It was pretty low. And I posted it. I was like, I only got paid this much. This many people sold. I personally sold this many tickets. This many people were there to see me specifically, and this is all I got. And I knew other people had gotten paid more than me and had done less, and were less of a draw, as it were. And and it was just a bypass. It was like it was not a 5-page, but it was like a page long write up of my year, and that had one sentence. This is what this is what happened. I did all of this work and this is all I got paid. It was a good show though. That was what I said. And so not the promoter, but the girl that was basically sleeping with him for a spot on all of his shows, talked him into talking smack, and she was like talking smack, and there was like basically I don't want to say they blackballed me, but everywhere I went, no matter what show I did, all they did was like post on all the forums about, look at this scrawny whatever, or this stupid person, or you didn't pay your dues, or whatever it was. And it was just all of them talking crap. And of course, a year later, she wasn't wrestling anymore, and she was working in a Taco John's. So, I mean, I guess that's what they had going for them.
Yeah, it sounds similar to stuff that happened in the UK scene.
Yeah, so it was just the combination of my health, and I couldn't put on the weight. That I couldn't get the size to look legitimate to really move much further than what I did. Like they weren't ever going to put me in the ring with a WCW ECW guy. I was never going to get that. The best I was going to get is somebody who maybe like I wrestled an Adrian Lynch that's not true. I wrestled a guy from WCW. I wrestled Johnny Parks from ECW and WCW. So I guess I did get that, and he was awesome. So I never really got far enough.
Well, I saw so many pictures, and you look pretty cool doing it.
People stopped booking me, and so it was partially politics, partially health. Sometimes I do look back and go, man, I really wish I'd had one more match, except for, I say that, and then the next morning I'm getting up, I'm like, oh God, my back hurts, my knees, God damn, my neck.
Yeah, well, my mate's cruising quite happily towards 50 and still does it. And every time after he does a match, he does a lot of the battle royale, the royale ones, where they just get 30, 40 people in a ring.
Yeah,
and he's a real jobber with his crew, and he still gets battered. He wakes up the next day and he can barely walk, and his ice packs on everything.
And then you got to look back at someone like a DDP. You look at someone like a DDP who started when he was my age. Like he started when he was he did other stuff, but he started actually wrestling as a wrestler, in his 40s. It's like, fuck, looking back, that's never going to happen to you. You're not going to get a top-notch, high-profile superstar like him at that age anymore. That'll never happen.
No, it is hard. People think, oh, it's all fake. I've had my top off and took a slap off Jake the Snake Roberts. Right. I'm surprised I'm still not scarred.
Right?
Yeah.
Was it just a chop?
Just a full.
Yeah, a chop, yeah. I love we used to there was a guy that wrestled His name was Steve Stardom. He was at the time as a local guy who never really went big. All of the wrestlers and the audiences who followed like local wrestling, they knew who Steve Stardom was. Steve Stardom like was known. One of the things he was known for was his chops, and he and we got along really awesome. He was always a heel. He was this short little Wolverine of a guy, and he and I got along so well backstage. And there were only a handful of times that like we'd look at the card and we'd see matches and we'd look and we both look at each other like we're getting bloody.
Yeah.
Because like I one of the guys, I don't remember, he was a promoter, Tom Burdick's dad. I forget his dad's name, but his dad was in the AWA. And he came up to me, he's like, "You punch worth shit. You suck at punches. You need to throw the," like he was on me. And it was, you know, part of it was my size. He was an old AWA guy, and somebody my size and shape wasn't going to get over.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll throw some chops in this in this, because it was like I had 2 matches. So I had a match and then it turned into a tag team match. I'm like, I'll throw some chops later on tonight because I know my punches suck. I'll throw some chops later tonight and you'll be happy with them. He's like, bullshit. And then after he's like, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Those were nice chops.
Yeah.
And so Steve Stardom and I, we would have matches, and it was literally like, it was like Wahoo McDaniel. Okay, it wasn't Wahoo McDaniel or Ric Flair, but we channeled that for a local match. We just chopped the shit out of each other because he had really amazing, nice sounding chops, and I would turn around and do it right back to him. So at the end of the day, our chest was just beat red. Sometimes it would be bleeding.
Yeah.
And we'd get back to like, that was a great match. Like I love working with him.
People forget it's still men competing against men who are dicks. And they're all dicks to each other. So they just want to do these things to go, you bastard. You know, you got me in the nipple there, like, and
right? Yeah, above the nipple, above and below, right there. That's the, you know.
Yeah.
My first real match, the guy I was with, like, because I knew I was pretty good at chopping, but he kept throwing me back in the corner and hitting me. It's like, and he was yelling at me because I was doing it wrong. I thought he was in character. And afterward, he chewed my ass backstage. And from that point on, like, I was like, I need to get my chops reined into the location. And that's actually kind of what started it, because he said that it sounded really good, but it hurt like hell. And I kept missing the mark. But
I mean, I tried because I'd got the sort of quite broad. And I was working out at the time, so I had sort of the fairly good upper body strength for it, but I just wussed out all the time. Just like, I can't do it. Love watching it, but
same here.
Especially the old stuff. I mean, it's been good with the WWE network stuff, going back and watching the old stuff. It's just I think the characters and the sort of the ridiculousness of it all just brings back good memories.
Yeah. Lyric said, I decimated my villi. Those are the little things in the small intestine, is the villi, in case you're curious. My dude has celiac disease and he's here eating fire chips. They're corn based. They're not wheat based. And penny potato, people rooting for the perceived underdog. Yeah. That's what it was usually. I only got to play the bad guy probably twice. And one time it was me and a friend who was smaller than me, and it was it might be the worst match I ever had. And then I did a tag team match where I was the bad guy, but my partner was a fucking idiot. Sorry. He was an idiot, and he's like, he didn't know what a heel was. He's like, he's like, this is the music we're going to play, and it was babyface music, and we're going to come down, we're baby faces. And I'm like, no, we're booked to be heels. We shouldn't do any of that stuff. Like, our job is to get booed. So like, I kind of got booed, and he didn't get anything because nobody really cared about him. But
see, I loved all that.
It was a great match. I just found it on YouTube recently, so I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need a link.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
Bad.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can. I found one of the guys I worked with found a YouTube link where they posted all of these old matches. So I'm like, I didn't know this match existed. I never saw this one was recorded. So.
Oh God. It is bad when you see all the old stuff.
God, I wasn't good. I was looking back. I'm like, I was so bad. I was so not good. Other than interacting with the crowd and stuff. I like my posture and stuff and the way my arms and head, like
Yeah.
I might as well have had a steel brace on my neck because it didn't move. It's just so bad.
So I've seen the pictures when you first started doing the sort of rounds. We saw the pictures. I thought, yeah, it looks the biz, you know. It looks really good.
Try.
So,
So you can see I got my headset on. You can kind of see my boots in the background if you look through my headset.
Mm.
And there's my wrestling boots that have TDW on them in the background there.
No, you need to send me a link.
Oh.
I need to see.
All right. We are on Potluck, where we can
Ooh.
talk about anything and everything, whatever.
It's
doesn't
nearly my bedtime, dude.
matter. It's past your bedtime, isn't it? Yeah. Shouldn't you be asleep right now?
Something like that.
I was going to ask you something about streaming again.
Go on then.
Earlier, but I don't remember what it was. Remember when I was like, "Oh no, we're not talking about that anymore," and now I'm like, "Shit, what was that I was going to talk?"
What was it? You need to write it down.
I don't know. I should have written it down. What are there any games coming out that you're looking forward to?
Games? Oh,
Any video
not
games that you're looking
really.
forward to coming out?
Not really. I was really looking forward to The Last of Us coming out to PC. So I played it on the PS3, and I haven't owned a console since I became PC Master Race Gamer for a while. And a guy I work with went, right, what games do you really want to play? There are PlayStation exclusives, and it was Journey. Oh, what was it? What's going to do me head in now?
Please say Uncharted. Uncharted?
No, it wasn't Uncharted. And those games never interested me. I don't know why. Just Tomb Raider memories. But it was like a weird one. It started off where it was just all white and you threw paint everywhere. And then it sort of revealed the background, and you had to work your way around by sort of making things look. Oh, it's going to do my head in, that, isn't it?
Gris? Somebody said
Was that?
Gris?
No. It was like a really short story, like a fantasy story. And then Last of Us on the PS3, and he actually lent me his PS3 with those 3 games on it. And yeah, made me not give it in back until I'd played.
Finished
more.
it.
So
Did you watch the show? Have you watched the last?
I did. Yeah.
How close is it? Is it good in comparison to the game?
Close enough. There's some bits on it were done a lot better. I haven't played Last of Us 2. No, I don't own a console, so if it comes out on PC, I will. My brother's played it, so it's good, but frustrating.
Did your brother beat it?
Yeah.
Does he
Speed run it?
Speed run it? Beats it before Octavius does. There he is. It's like, damn it.
He just heard speed run. It's like,
I heard that he beat the new Diablo game.
Yeah, already.
Yeah, already beat the new Diablo. Just came out and
cracked it, and just that thrashed it. Quit.
Octavius says, I quit. Pixel wants to know, what does the community need to get more mucky ASMR streams?
What, like what was, I think it was Golf with Friends on
I remember that. I was there for that. I was there. We were all doing that
with Zhao.
Oh no, it wasn't Golf with Friends. I was watching that. There was another one that I was on, but yeah, the Zhao.
Yeah, Zhao. It was me and Zhao. And
Yeah.
Zhao does that.
Yes.
And so we had a bit of a off.
Right. I think that got clipped too. There was another one where we
I don't know if it
similar.
did. But,
What was the other? There was another one where it was me and you. Was it Garfield Kart maybe? Where we were on Bentley Stream and we were all like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah, baby." I think it might have been. Yeah.
That
game's just great for trolling. Those games are so annoying.
All right. Do you like What do you like more, Garfield Kart or Kart Rider Drift?
Oh,
This is I'm
They're
trying
mu-
to
they're-
I'm trying to do my Mucky Popeye look.
they're much the muchness, aren't they? To me, they are anyway. They're just like, I'm winning at the race. Oh my god, I've just been hit by 50 things just on the line. Here comes Epic. Ha! In your face. Yeah, I was winning the whole race.
Usually that's
It's
how I
just-
feel. I feel like I'm winning, especially the
Yeah,
last couple
but it's
times.
like it's just save those things for science.
For science. Any clips of this for science. That it does sum up those games.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, you know, it's like you get the right thing, and you know that Octavius is behind you because it shows you on the thing that he's where he is.
Yeah.
So you just slow down and then go, and like off he goes.
Are you saying
and
that
then-
anytime Octavius is behind you, you make sure to slow down so you can?
Mhm. Bentley distracted for science. There you go.
There it is. There's the clip. There's the clip. For
That's
science.
it. Let me open that up in a new tab to watch later for science.
For science. What is it about you and Phasmo? Because there's definitely like a connection between you and Phasmo, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think because I was one of the first ones in the community to play it, and it was just it, you know, it seemed like a good way to get interaction with people because you know most people in the community are trolley trolls, and it's just the scaring the
No, nobody's a troll. Nobody's a troll.
No.
As I glance over at those stupid ghost pepper chips.
yeah, that was worth every penny.
No.
Your lips got his lips still a bit sore.
It's still a bit red right here, yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's just, I just picked that game up, heard about it, went and fetched it, thoroughly loved it.
Turn
And then,
it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Trolls in this community? I don't think so.
Sorry, I got this scratch right here on my forehead, right above this eyebrow here. So I gotta scratch it real good there, Pixel Mix. There, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Never.
Jeez. God Gamers United, welcome on in.
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn
No!
it up,
No!
yeah.
No! 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 No!
Yeah.
No!
I
No!
don't
No!
see
No!
any
No! No!
trolls
No!
here.
So you see that guy shows up and swings at you, and it scrapes across your armor as you cast your spell.
Go. Mithril breastplate, bitch.
Scratch deflected.
Turn it up, yeah.
Why are you
Turn
guys,
it up,
Mucky?
yeah.
Mucky, don't you?
Turn
Yeah,
it
no.
up, yeah.
We're no. We're at level. Oh my God, we are not gonna do this again. We are not gonna do this again. I'm trying to get tapes on how to edit my videos. Could I send it to you, please? Go have your opinion.
Up, yeah.
No, that's fine. I'll
Turn
leave.
it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Trolling for the D maybe.
For the D. Chip it up. No, Mucky.
Up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up.
turn
yeah.
it up,
Chip
yeah.
it up, yeah.
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Why?
Turn it up, yeah.
Not only do I have to suffer the indignity of watching this
See,
clip
Super
over and
says we
over
are
again.
angels.
See, Super says we're angels. I have to remember the buttons. It's like this one, and then it's this one, and then it's this one, and then it's this one. This is the only clip of me singing that I like. We're dancing on the controller. We're dancing. Dancing on the controller. Don't know what these buttons do, but we're doing them anyhow and failing bad, yeah.
Dance those chips up.
We're failing bad.
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Or are we angles?
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Super is the smartest person here too, so.
Supernatural writer is awesome. Yes, indeed. All right, first chip.
Turn it up, yeah.
See if I can find a
Turn
full
it
chip.
up, yeah. Turn it up,
We'll see
yeah.
if we're gonna get.
Turn
I've already
it up,
done
yeah.
7 of these from earlier. Why are you guys killing me? Oh my god. We're pausing the timer. Oh. I can't believe you guys are doing this to me again. It's not amazing. Don't tell me it's amazing. I was like, I don't have to worry about these chips anymore. They already did it once. There's no way they're going to do it again. Ah. There's no acclimating. There's no acclimating, Lyric.
I told you we was going to do it.
No, you tried earlier and you failed. Oh my gosh.
Didn't fail this time, though, did we, Epic?
Apparently not. Oh, you should know better than that by now. Yeah, I should. I should know better. Oh.
I love that emote, Stephen Sharp. Stephen Sharp. See, he's got a Mucky alert as well.
Is that a Mucky alert?
Mucky alert and a Mucky emote.
Oh, you did the shark emote? Really, Bentley? I mean, thank you for 20 months. Bentley's been here almost as long as I've been streaming.
Really? 20 months? Is that all you've been streaming? I thought you'd done more than that.
24 or 25. It's been a little over 2 years.
There you
over
go.
2 years.
I thought that was longer than that.
No, I mean, I did other podcasts and stuff, but yeah, the stream itself. I mean, I have little test stream stuff. Okay, it's been longer than that because I wasn't affiliated.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you did that shark emote, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Did you like do the art for it too, or did you find a shark?
No, it's a custom one. Lots of cutting out and trimming it down so it fits right.
Wow.
But yeah. If I can't get it to do what I want it to do, I'll find something that works. But there is always a lot of. It's like Octavius's Salt.
Yeah. Or did
Salt
you do
one.
You did the
was
salt
the
one?
Salt. It's the Salt Bay clip, and I had to get the right level of animation frames, cut them all out, put his head on. Then he went, "Oh, you can't really see the salt," so I had to go in and find some salt.
Right. Well, you
But
did
it's
one
not-
for
it's
Pixel
not-
recently too.
it's not-
You did.
Yeah, that's not actually salt. That's actually snow because salt doesn't show, so it's snow.
Well, yeah, but
And then cut that and animate it so it looks good.
and you
pain
did
in
one
the
for
arse,
Pixel.
that
Pixel next post yours too.
Yeah,
Everybody who's
Pixel.
got a Mucky emote, post it.
Got pickles and that one and that one.
Here, I'll post mine. I know.
Yeah.
I edited. I went in and I found the a picture. I'm trying to distract them, Steven the Shark. I'm trying to distract from the hype train so I don't have to eat another chip.
Turn it up.
I'm trying to not eat
Stephen
another chip. Steven.
380 Shark Dance. Stephen 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 380 Shark Dance.
Brian is so angry. So angry. I'm trying to distract from the hype train, Steven. You're not helping. You did the Pixel Next one. I sent you a message. Thank goodness. Put this shit away. I only had to eat one. So
The Woe Dang one's mine, and the Dancing Squirrel.
the Dancing
I
Squirrel is yours
did
too?
the other one. I did the other ones did other ones for Penny, but they've
You did the dancing squirrel?
dropped off. Yeah,
I did that. Dancing squirrel is really cool. I always thought that was like a CGI full.
it is CGI. It's again just done, cropped, and put on.
Well, that's I
Different
didn't know that
frames.
one.
Yeah, it is a CGI squirrel.
Yeah, the
That's,
dancing squirrel is amazing.
Yeah.
And of course the
Really?
Pixel Nix one. So I was sitting there with Pixel Nix. I'll restart the timer here. So I cropped out the pixel and I was like, this will be a really great emote. So people have the big, what's the word I'm looking for?
Pixels,
Yes.
assets,
The assets. Yeah.
the fake ones.
The full frontal assets.
Yeah, they're just clip-on ones.
The
Anyway,
big hat.
so
Yes, the hat. A big hat.
Yeah.
Picture, and so I cropped that and I was like, I'm gonna make this emote for Pixel because everybody brings this costume up, so I'll make it an emote. And I sent it to Pixel. I was like, here's an emote, and if you're really smart, you will send Mucky a message and ask him to animate it for you. And I didn't know I didn't think she did, but then she sent it back to me. She's like,
the
look,
bigger
Mucky made it."
version. The bigger version looks better. It loses a lot of the detail in being so small, but
Right, but it's
Sure,
still really
sure.
cool. It's really nice. It's animated and a little bit of the drinky
Yeah.
drink. So like the glass has like a reflection of the background, and I'm like, I'm not going to edit that out because by the time it gets to the point where
it's that small.
yeah, it's so
you're not gonna
small,
see
you're
it.
not going to see it. You're just going to see that they're having a drink. But my mouth burns, by the way.
The jiggly move.
The small version loses the jiggle
Weird-
animation where Mucky worked so hard on.
Weirdly, I did feel it. Because obviously the way that the 2D animation is done is you basically layer up parts of it. So there was a point where I started to crop out bits of Pixel. I was like, so
bits,
this is
all of
getting
them.
weird. Yeah, it was getting a bit weird. Love Pixel to bits, but that was even I felt a bit weird.
You love Pixel's bits? Did you say you love Pixel's bits? I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
Mm. even though they're fake plastic ones that she put on. They're not real. They're not real.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
That's what I've heard.
Every time I go like this now from here on out on either side, like just assume that I'm impersonating the Mucky image.
Just the one thing that just is on everything.
right. Which is what is it? The what is love? Yeah, the 188. The 188, the unholy trinity of me, you, and Octavius. The 188 bits is the only one I have that has that image of you on there. But
Yeah, it is good.
that is one of my more favorite. Not only is that one of my more favorite sound alerts or alerts that I have, but it's also the one that gets me pinged for DCMA on YouTube every time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
it's the audio is so short that I'm like, sometimes it clears, but on the YouTube you'll notice that the one when it gets played over and over and over again, that's when I get nailed for it on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just going in and editing the sound out just on that one bit there.
Yeah. Except for
Or
I'm not
do you-
going
do you-
to. I'll just
Yeah, just direct upload. It's just although they have added tools where you can go in and fix those things now. So.
Well, YouTube says that it's I have copyright, but the creator has allowed me to use it. So
Yeah.
I've been
just stops you.
and then there's that one. Epic gets nailed on YouTube. Where's the link?
Octavius's face.
That's not the one. It's one. I thought it was 188. Didn't they make it 188?
Epic
Yeah, it's
gets
188.
nailed on YouTube. Where is this link?
There it is. There's Mucky. There's the Winky. It's now you all understand who the third person is. It's me, Octavius, and MuckyMcfly. we really need to get a pipe and put it in there to complete the Popeye.
Yeah, the
Because that
Popeye
really is like it's Popeye with a beard and no pipe.
Yeah,
really
it's
what
that
it is.
annoying shit-eating face.
I love it. I love it. Every time
Yeah.
I see it, I'm like, Mucky is Popeye. Mucky is Popeye.
Yeah,
We need to get an animation of Popeye and put that picture on the Popeye animation.
Yeah.
Is what we need to do.
Did you see the last one I posted up in Octavius's Steam room?
Yes. He shared it today, didn't he?
Did he share it today?
The one where you're the humpy one,
the roly sort of hip motion.
Yes, yeah.
And he's sort of looking at me, and then he cuts to me doing it, and the face just suits the body
It's
motion.
definitely it's like from an 80s video of some sort.
Well, it's oh god, I can't remember what the film is now, but it's John Travolta and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh.
But the shit-eating face, because I did it the other way around initially, and it just didn't work. But when I put the shit-eating face on her body, it just sort of worked. I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah, but why? Octavius, it's all your fault. You said go nuts. Sent me the picture of his face.
Pun intended. Nuts. Pun intended.
And it's just continued to this day. What can I do? What can I do? I can't stop.
Is there something you want to make that you haven't yet that you're like, oh, I really want to do something this kind of a theme related for somebody? It doesn't have to be anybody in specific.
No, not really.
But
It's
you
just
like,
it's
I really
just
got to do like a Harry Potter, or I really need to do a D&D or a.
I'll just see things, and it's like, like I say, just things will pop up, and I'll just go, that'll just suit that person down to the ground, and I'll just make it. Like most people whose faces I've got in the sort of folder of faces, I'll sort of do it, and then I always try and be courteous and ask before I either post stuff or yeah, it's because some of them go a little bit close to the bone, and some have been like, there's no way I'm letting that go out.
Is there one that you've made that you're like, I can't share this with people? I just can't share this. This is
the forbidden gif. Penny's forbidden gif.
Tell us about it.
I can't tell you about it.
Why not?
Because it's forbidden.
It can't be too. Has anyone seen it besides you?
Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. No, there was a thing. There was a whole. There's a drunken night where they did a load of face swap stuff.
Okay.
And they put voodoo on Xena, warrior princess.
Okay.
And it was called the Xena clip, and she wanted to use it for something, and he was like, "No way, internal for that night, that's fine, but no way." And we did a whole campaign, like we actually had people record. It was the ABBA song, "Release the Xena, release the Xena,
yeah.
do." Loads of us recorded different versions, and it was literally a whole stream that was just trying to get him to do it. And it actually came down. I think one of his requests was that he got to see the forbidden gif, but the forbidden gif just became like such a troll for Penny, because I just started adding more and more things to it. And there is a version with me and Voodoo's faces. I mean, we sort of replace a particular part of Penny.
Yeah.
On the it's just.
Was it replaced with you, or was it replaced with Voodoo?
Both of us.
Oh, one on each.
Yeah. Release the Xena do. I don't know if Lyric did a version of that.
Lyric just did post release the Xena do Voodoo.
Those songs were brilliant.
You know, Mucky. On the equivalent.
You did, yeah.
On the equivalent to everybody who is anybody, if they have a Mucky alert, the same might be said about Lyric. Lyric's done a handful as well. Except for Lyric hasn't done an alert for me yet, so I don't know. I feel a little hurt.
I've got one. I've got a Lyric one, and it's absolutely brilliant.
I think I need to message Lyric and
I mean,
be like, where's my Lyric song alert?
I mean, she is discount Mucky. Let's just face facts.
She's a discount Mucky. Oh my god. Them's fighting words right there. You gonna take that, Lyric? Pixel is heading to bed. She is sick, but will be dreaming sweet dreams of all of us and the Xanadu.
Yeah, the
Have a good night,
Xanadu.
Pixel Nix.
I think the Xanadu thing was shared quite a lot privately, but it wasn't going to be used for stream.
Yeah,
That was.
I know there was one thing.
It still shocks me. I
Every
can hear
time?
that. Yeah.
That's my wife calls it my Muppet face. When I do that, I'm like,
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Steven.
Turn it up, yeah.
no need to turn it up, Steven. My wife calls it my Muppet face every time I'm like something happens. I'm like, she's like, you're doing your Muppet face. I'm like, it's not my Muppet face. I'm like, okay, it is. Because it really is like whenever I impersonate a Muppet doing something, that's the face I make.
Yeah. Brilliant. I love it.
Oh, are you a fan of the Muppets?
Yeah, it's my era. Original Muppets.
Right. Me
Yeah.
too. I have the whole, when Time Warner released the Muppet collection, I bought the whole DVD set. I was ahead of the curve. You could either get the VHS or the DVD.
DVD.
Thank God I picked DVD. Because I had just gotten a DVD player. But oh my gosh. Thank goodness I didn't pick VHS, because a lot of people are like, why are you getting that DVD set? Nobody watches DVD. That's not gonna last very long. Psych. Nobody watches DVDs either, so there we go.
Yeah, it's all Blu-rays or streaming now.
It's all streaming.
The end of the physical thing.
Right. Lyric says that she can do a duet, a Chantilly Lace with me. I tried the Chantilly Lace, but it's edited weird. There's something in the Chantilly Lace clip. It's not the whole thing, so I didn't make it as an alert. That's the only reason. That's the only reason that my Chantilly Lace clip didn't get a full alert, because it's not the full.
Collaboration songs, my worst nightmare.
Why is that?
I used to send Penny audio clips, and I'd just go, right, just listen to this in headphones and sing over this music, and then it'll line up. And she'd listen to it, get it in her head, and then just sing. But her timings were all out because she's just singing, not singing to anything. So there are project files with audio clips just chopped up. And I used to record bands and do mixing and stuff. So I've got full Pro Tools set up and everything. And,
when you were in a band, what did you do? Were you a singer, or were you an instrument player?
Bass player.
Bass player. Do you still play?
Occasionally. Oh, I do miss that a lot.
Why don't you? And you could always correct me, but have you thought about just doing streams where you're just like riffing and playing around with the guitar or playing around with the bass? Like, I would tune in for that. And I don't even care how good you may or may not be, but just playing around.
It's a massive setup difference. So that is.
I mean, could you just set up an amp, put an amp next to the thing, and back up from the camera a little bit?
Maybe.
I think that would be fun, and that would be cool. Me personally, I'm a big fan of the bass. Not enough people like play like. Obviously, when you're in a band and you're playing a song, a lot of bass is like just, very repetitive background. But I'm a big fan of the bass. I'm also a big fan of Sting, the musician Sting. Not the I mean, I like the wrestler too, but I really was like, Sting plays bass. I could play bass. That would be fucking cool. And so I oftentimes, when I worked in restaurants and stuff, I had a couple people that are like, can you hear this one instrument in the song? And I'm like, fuck, no, I can't hear that one instrument. And then the more I work there, the more I'm like, oh, I can hear that one instrument. I can start to separate the thing.
Yeah.
And I started to realize, like, man, without a bass guitarist in a band, that band's nothing.
Nothing.
Really. And,
No.
you know, any three-piece band always has to have a bass. They have to have usually it's a bass guitarist, a guitarist, and a drummer. But sometimes it's other stuff. But God, without that bass guitarist, that band is nothing.
No, it makes a big difference. I've played on. I think we worked it out. There's over 300 recorded songs I'm on, something daft like that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's bonkers the amount of stuff that I've played on.
What do you think is the biggest? What's one of the bigger ones? Anything that we would know that the general public would know?
Probably not. No, because I played. I actually joined a band, and because my brother, I got talked into it. My brother was guitaring for the band, and they needed a bass player for a few gigs. So their bass player had dropped out. So I agreed to do it, but I only agreed to do it if I could dress up so it didn't look like 2/3 of fecal matter. So I was like, right, okay, I'm going to dress up as Leatherface. So I had my mum's a seamstress thing. She made me the sort of bib thing that he's got on. We blooded it up, stained it up, and that lot. I got the sort of found this really nice sort of shirt, tie, and actually bought the mask.
Okay.
And went out and did gigs as Leatherface. You'd never seen audiences react so weird. This great big hulking bloke comes out with a bass, and he's like, and I always put the radio pack on so I could go out in the audience and sort of really get in people's faces.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
That's fun.
Yeah. And I did it at one show, and there was actually a good friend of mine there who had no idea I was playing in the band. He'd come because my brother was there, and I had no idea I was in the outfit until after the show. I went, "How did you enjoy your lap dance?" I went, "That was you." Mate. Can you imagine being lap danced by a bass playing Leatherface? There is a video out there of me in Leatherface gear as well.
That's great.
Playing with a band. That was a good band as well. Good fun.
Yeah.
We did a project which was we were going to record a pop punk album, an album of short songs, nothing more than a minute, and then a concept album, and we did all three.
Nice.
Nobody's ever heard them, but we did do it. And they are all on Bandcamp.
Well, that's cool. You should start sharing some of that stuff in some of the Discord so that like we all can like get in on that.
Maybe
some of it.
Maybe some of the some of it's really out there. Weird stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, people want to support you. Let's be honest. Yeah. People want to support you. People want to see the stuff that you do, stuff that you want. Like, you tell me you were a bass guitarist and you played music, and I didn't know that till tonight. Like, I know we talked about the Jake Roberts stuff, but I didn't realize that there was, like, that you were in a band, and that's kind of the thing. And the fact that you were a bass guitarist, and I'm, like, I played a little bit of regular guitar. I never got to actually get around to playing bass, but I'm a big fan of bass playing and bass players. Like, a lot of people underestimate the use, like how important a bass player is, and I'm like, now I really want to hear some of that shit. So so yeah, definitely you should share some of those links. I'd love to hear it.
Octavius being soppy.
I know, me too. I mean, I'm also a little drunk because first I drank an entire glass of this because my mouth was burning, and then I drank another one just because I didn't have anything else to drink.
Yeah.
But
see, I remember, I think it was Octavius's Off the Pod episode where we had a really nice moment, because sort of men's mental health is quite is quite a subject that's very dear to my heart. Having suffered badly with mental health myself, which is part of why I've got this irritatingly positive attitude to life.
Yeah.
Because that, part of the sort of coming out of that is just this ridiculous overabundance of being a dick. So, and it's like, yeah. And I always like to try and cheer people up. And hearing that, when people are feeling a bit fed up, that means that gets me in the feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Even though I'm just trying to be annoying, but I think that's that part of sort of my recovery from how poorly I was in sort of my lowest ebbs, which is too depressing really to talk about. But but I always find that men react better when they're being abused by other men, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does, because
and that kind of, yeah,
especially with their own, like, if it's people that they get along with, or their friends.
Yeah.
There's sort of a connection there. Where it's like a camaraderie, like, you're allowed to do it because you're my friend, and I know that when you're doing it because you're my friend.
Yeah. I mean, I've had it where I've sort of wound up friends to the point where they've actually lashed out, and we've had a bit of a rumble, and afterwards they've gone, I really needed that. It's like, you're welcome. Ow.
Yeah.
But I'm all for that. I'm all about that. I've thought about doing sort of that kind of thing, because it is a subject that is very, very close to my heart, and maybe that's something to discuss at some point.
Yeah. I thought we were going to talk about it a little bit.
That got really deep.
It did get deep. It did. Midwest Miniature Guy, who we mentioned earlier. We mentioned Midwest Mini Painting Guy earlier. Midwest Miniature Guy, who's a local miniature painter, who is really awesome. Who is also in a local band here around the neck of the woods where I'm at. He says us drummers really love a solid bass player.
Yeah, rhythm section. A good drummer and a bass player that get on and have that. Yeah, fantastic. Used to love my drummer. I mean, the guy Wayne who we played with is one of a fantastic drummer. Loved playing with him. We used to do a song called Hollywood Blood, and it's the drum and the bass kind of thing sort of sync in, and we would kind of go off each other to see who could trip over and cock up first. So we'd do this. Dun, 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 dun. I'll have to send you the song.
Yeah.
But it's like that link up, and we'd just do it faster, and then it'd slow down, and we'd just.
All of the links you're gonna have to post in my Discord. All of them. All of the links.
Oh, I'll post some.
You're just gonna spend the rest of the night posting links to things that we said
I'm
we
not.
want to
I'm
see
going
links
to bed.
of.
I'm going to bed in a minute.
No, you gotta stay up all night and post links for us all. Screw work. You remember, I'm sick. I can't come into work.
You don't know.
For those that don't know, Mucky's staying up extra late. Mucky's over in the UK tonight, and he's staying up. It's like 2 a.m. over there for him, and he stayed up extra late. That's the reason we started early. That's the reason we started at 5 a.m. for me, is because that was like midnight for him. That's not an actual accurate number, but or is it? It is an actual number, right? We started at midnight for you.
11.
11, yeah. So we started at 11 for Mucky. So it's super late for him. So he's gracing us with his presence, staying up extra late.
We are going to wrap it up in the next 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes, and then I'll need to go to bed.
That's okay. We're done with our subjects, though. We're done with all 4 of our subjects. Mucky, I'm going to ask you one final question.
Go on, then.
Do you have your Twitch open? Do you have your Twitch open?
Do I have my Twitch open?
Do you have your Twitch open?
I've got your Twitch thing on.
All right. Who do you want to raid?
Oh,
I know we have a lot of the same people, but it doesn't have to be somebody we both have. Who do you think we should raid?
You see, out of all the streamers that I properly love, there's Madame Gandalf on. She's fantastic.
Adam Gandalf.
I miss her old. I know she's found a sort of new thing with the Grand Theft Auto thing, but her
Yeah,
old streams
playing
were
in
something.
character and stuff.
Her old streams were next level. I mean, talk about talented streamer. Brilliant.
Then
Yeah,
Madam
she's
Gandalf it is. I have already started the raid, everybody. Stick around for the raid. Thank you so much, MuckyMcfly, for joining us. I know it's been a long time coming, and I know you wanted to chat and hang out, and I really wanted to have you on.
The thing is, it was all trolling.
Yeah, but it wasn't for me. For me, I was like, it would be
called my
awesome to have
bluff.
you on because I knew, A, you and I would get along. B, it would be funny as hell. Like we would, and C, like there's a lot of things we have in common, regardless of anything. If nothing else, just talking about wrestling, we could probably done the entire stream talking about wrestling and gotten away with it. But
we probably could. Yeah, good times.
But yeah, Mucky, I appreciate you. The community appreciates you. They love all of the things you do, whether it's the alerts, the memes, the trolling, or joining us in games, or when you stream. Everybody in this community, you are a cherished member of this community, and we love you so much. So thank you for joining tonight. And I'm sure everybody had a blast hearing your stories and hearing you tell tales. So I appreciate you being with us and joining us. So I definitely want to hear some of that bass music. I definitely want to see a bass music playing stream. You got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. It's
All
it's
right.
on now. Even if it's just you fucking around and chatting with chat and just dinking around with the bass, I think that would be amazing and a lot of fun. If not, either way, have a great one. Have a great rest of your evening. Everybody, thank you so much and have a good night.
Yeah. Bye.